And real life. You can talk again.
Amazing.
That felt so long.
Transitions.
45 seconds
2
over.
hours later.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're, top-notch quality production. We have people working for us, setting up lightning and everything.
We need to work on the credits now.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
We
we
shall
gonna
be
have to
very
sit through
short.
Very short list. Keenan.
Yeah. Executive producer.
Give myself a bunch of cool titles, yeah.
Right. Lead
Brand
boy,
Bois.
key grip.
Yeah, that's actually.
Yeah. Assistant director to Keenan. Also.
Yeah. Keenan. Assistant to the assistant. Keenan.
Yeah. So last time. Now, actually, this is session 0. So taking into account that this campaign can go really fast, out of its plotted course. So I decided to do this session 0. It's more free form, and it will ease our way into the campaign. Okay, so that's the purpose. So maybe we can start by each one of you doing a short introduction of the character. And then I just want to say some things about Roll20, and then we can start and see where it goes. And our sessions are now 3 hour long, right? I mean, everybody are okay with that?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Great. Okay, so who wants to start?
I'd be happy. What do you want to know?
Yeah.
What do you want to know about Eamon?
He's the star of the show. He's the main character.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to find out who that is.
You.
Eamon is the son of a city guard in Waterdeep, who is the son of a caravan guard. He rose up the ranks pretty quickly as a city watchman and joined the investigators. After doing that for several years, he lost his wife to the plague, and then bungled a investigation quite badly, and missed something, and through that, he a young girl lost her life, and he never could quite get things straight in his head after that. So he left the City Watch on administrative leave, and joined. What are they now? Can't remember the name of the group. The Everwatch Knights, a group of dedicated bodyguards who Hellmite temples hire out to others to generate revenue. Became a caravan guard, essentially like his grandfather. Traveled north and south, up and down the Sword Coast, where he met Forgar, and then as that work kind of starting to dry up, he's since started taking jobs with Mr. Jolly.
Okay, so basically Eamon and Forgar are partners or acquaintance, or how do you want to call it?
Friends. We'd be friends.
Okay.
Yeah. Forgar saved my my rear up north. We were under attack, and he came and saved us. And no, we weren't under attack. Sorry, we were just dying of exposure essentially, and you came along and saved us and fed us and kept us dry and stuff like that until we could get out of the wilderness.
Poor city folk don't know how to survive out there very well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool, great. So Forgar, maybe you'll take it from here.
So, Forgar, bronze dragonborn paladin. I lived in a small village up in the mountains, the Sword Mountains. I'd helped a few people, like Brian there, keep getting lost in my mountains. We had a couple of problems with people from a nearby village clear cutting, so I went out and me and a couple of buddies decided that we'd show them what they had coming, and that didn't go very well. They pretty well kicked our ass until the Emerald Enclave came in and saved our skins. And after that, I decided I'd help him. Shipped out to Waterdeep and was helping Amon there, working with him for a bit. I don't know what else you want.
I have like 2 quick questions if I can throw them in.
Yeah.
First of all is does Forgar follow like any particular religion or anything?
Yeah. Forgar follows the. Oh, I totally looked this up this morning and I wrote it down somewhere.
Is it Maliki? Is it Maliki?
Yes.
Yeah. I think that was the name.
A
Unicorn?
devout believer of the god something. I can't remember. Totally
Very
believe
pious
in my
about it.
something god. Yes.
Yeah, I have no idea where I wrote that down.
Yeah, the name isn't so important. Are there any particular like ideals or something that you strive for as part of that?
Yeah, it was something about balance.
Okay. The balance.
Did you want us to do that, Ito? Go through our ideals and our personality traits and stuff, or do you
No,
want
no.
us to just?
No.
reveal
Just
that
a
throughout game?
simple, yeah, exactly. Reveal that during game. Just a simple introduction. I think what James and you did is perfectly fine.
All right.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if he's like into religion or not.
Sort of, kind of, not really.
Okay. Jekin?
Yes. Jekin Renar is a scrawny little street kid that's only 16 years old. He was born in Neverwinter, where his father was a bladesmith, and his mother also worked in that shop selling the blades that his father made. But Neverwinter was still like in a bit of a rough place after being half destroyed by a volcano that exploded. So they were killed by some bandit gangs there when he was only 6 years old. And there was like a lot of orphans already in the city, and it was really hard. So after just a few weeks, he, along with a friend he had made on the street, Stev, snuck aboard a merchant caravan going to Waterdeep, like hoping he could find like an orphanage there to stay. And they went there and they managed to get there successfully without any problem. And there was an orphanage at Waterdeep he could stay at, but it was not a nice place. So he tended to sneak away and just live on the street and get into trouble, stealing from people every now and then, shops, trying to survive. And then he would get caught by city guards, like that annoying Aemon guy, like hate him so much, so evil, and like bringing him back to this awful orphanage, and then he would like sneak away again and go back to living on the street. And eventually he like fell in with the more rough crowd and actually learned like the skills to survive on the street. So, and got better at like picking pockets also. So he would get caught quite so much, but he wasn't really enjoying like a life of crime. So he did try to like get jobs from whatever merchant would hire him, or like running with like doing errands and stuff, or guiding people around the city for a few copper. And luckily he got hired by Jolly Fizzlebank, a kind old shopkeeper.
Cool. Okay, great, thanks.
Sorry.
Zunis.
Okay, Zunis is he's a Triton. That's like the biggest thing about him, I guess. He comes from Puminas, and that's like some undersea city in Faerun. And yeah, he's been part of the army when at least up to a point, and he was part of like this special unit of like druid warriors basically, and his father was in the army as well. Yeah, and at some point, like his city state, they wanted to develop a little bit of diplomatic relations with the mainland. So he became a faction agent for the Lord's Alliance, and yeah, as part of that, he was sent to the island where Emiliano's character is from, Ellen. And because they were attacked by the how do you call them, sanguine?
Sahuagin?
Yeah, those guys.
That's how I say it.
Yeah. So those guys attacked Ellen's island, and as like yeah, I was sent there to help out as part of like establishing diplomatic relations and everything, right? I was sent there, and yeah, I met Ellen there, and recruited her for the Lord's Alliance as well. And yeah, now we are wandering the mainland and trying to fight for the goals of the Lord's Alliance.
Awesome. Elin, you want to take it from here?
Okay. Ellen was born in the island of Ruathim or Ruathime. How do you pronounce that? Do you know?
Yeah, I
Rotham.
will.
Let's say it's Ruathim.
Here.
She was born in that island. She currently is the ambassador to the people, to her people in Ruathim. Because the people there are very much it's a subarctic island, and the people there, there's a lot of they're very warlike, sort of like Viking-esque type, Skellige type people. So having like a profitable relationships with them is kind of difficult. So yeah, she was born on that island, but she was always wanting to leave it. She always wanted to leave it and become, I don't know. It didn't. Despite all the fighting, all the excitement on the island, she wanted to leave it, which she tried to do when she was young, probably during her adolescent years. Took a ship to a merchant ship that happened to not be attacked when it passed by, and was able to trade. When it was leaving to Neverwinter, she snuck on board, but her uncle like caught up to it and like dragged her back to Ruathim. But she still remembers Neverwinter, and she wants to go back to it. In her entire life, she always wanted to go to the mainland to become an adventurer or something like that. And so she stayed in Ruathim for a long time, most of her life. Took part in clan wars. Did a lot of fighting during her youth. But she had to stop because of an accident she has. Maybe an axe or something just hit her in the shoulder, in the arm, and now there's kind of a big scar. She has a maimed hand where she can't really wield an axe like she could before. And then she took up the life of sailing and fishing, and raised a couple kids, had a couple husbands, until the Sahuagin attacked the land, and her entire people were pretty much on the brink of destruction, until out of nowhere she got struck by lightning, some sort of arcane, magical, mystical lightning. Unsure if it was the deity that a lot of people in that island, if it was him, or if it was just the crazy arcane coincidence. But she gained the powers of a sorceress. She was able to defend her people and fight back the Sahuagin back into the depths of the ocean. And then she was, and Sunis was there fighting alongside with them. So he recognized her talents, her assets that could be acquired by the Lord's Alliance. So she got a job there, and she now is able to be an adventurer that she wanted to be. Except maybe not all the time, because she's an ambassador that requires a lot of paperwork, and like she probably doesn't like that part of the job. So
Okay.
I do all the
Yeah.
paperwork. It's fine.
oh yeah, thanks.
Cool. Quarian.
Okay. So Quarian is a half elf, and he was born to an elf and a human woman. His father left him when he was about 8 months old because his father's parents they did not approve of this of the marriage. Did not approve of the baby that was born. They are sun elves, so they're extremely arrogant about those things. And so Quarian never knew his father. He never met him. And at some point when he was about a teenager, he met a master lute player named Angor, who turned out to be a retired adventurer, a bard, and he befriended him. And after a while, listening to his stories, he decided that he wanted this life as well, and sought to be a bard as well. In addition to that, he also wanted to be a cleric, because he was he had a very pious belief in Corellon, right? Yeah, I think that's the name of the god, which is his elven god. And despite being living amongst humans and being raised by humans, he decided that he wanted to follow the elven god. He did become an understudy of Angor's bard, and he lived with him, and he studied with him until he was about 19. So it was about 4 years until they pretty much they grew apart at some point, and that happened after they moved to Waterdeep. And he started up in Neverwinter, and they moved to Waterdeep, and Waterdeep is pretty much where Angor settled down. He married a woman over there, a human woman, and he has a child. This child's called Fan. In the last few years, he decided to meet. One more thing before that. Sorry. After having a child, he really wanted to know more about his own father for the sake of his own child, and his mom finally gave in and agreed to tell him something about him. And he got a letter from his father that he wrote to him before he left, and basically saying how he's sorry that he had to leave, and he also left him an elvish dagger for him, and also another a sort of a royal seal of his family. And Quarian didn't really approve of the letter. He wanted to meet his father, and he didn't want to meet him. He was extremely angry. He even wrote an extremely angry letter to his dad, but never got around to actually send it. He actually has that letter among him the whole time. The last thing that he actually did was set out to. He set out to Cormanthor. Sorry. No. No, I'm misreading this. Sorry about that. He decided to go on a pilgrimage because he still wanted to be a cleric, a priest, and he went over to a temple of Corellon, which was a few days of ride away from Waterdeep, from where he lived. And he went there to a main church of Corellon, where he met the head priest, and he was sure that he was going to join the church on his own, to leave everything behind and just join the church. And the priest there has actually convinced him to stray away from that path and return to his current activities of being a bard, his current job of being it's hard to say a bard, but whatever he was doing. I'm trying to find how to say it. He convinced him not to be a priest. Let's put it that way. He said that his talents are too worthy to be spent staying in the church all day. He also convinced him to join the Harpers, and told him about them. And since that priest was a bit of a hero to Quarian, he decided to go to join them, as per his convincing. And the last thing, after that, he decided to go to meet his father, just to give him the link in person. So he set out to Cormathor, where his father lives. And on the way there, he joined a small group of elves, a small caravan of elves, who kind of saved him from a band of orcs that he stumbled into. And in that group, he met Althea, which was the leader of the group. She's an elven ranger, and they fell in love. And there was an affair, but at some point he decided that he must go back to his family. And so he traveled back to Neverwinter, never made it to meet his father eventually. And he still dreams of Althea, despite being around for his wife and child.
Awesome. So I hope you memorized all of this, because
Yeah,
there will be an
the
exam
test.
at the end of
Okay.
the session.
I'm ready.
I got it. I've been taking notes.
Okay, so
I wrote them all.
So basically, we start the campaign with Forgar, Aemon, Jenkins, and Quarian working for Mr. Jolly Fizzlebang. He has this rare quill making shop in Waterdeep's trade ward. And you are basically, I wouldn't say running errands, but he needs people with special skills to fetch rare components and to basically deal with all the shady merchants that provide him with special, ink from illithids or whatever. And you also sometimes go out on adventures, not adventures, but you go and get some components from faraway places. So his shop is basically the hub that you all meet around. In parallel to that, we have Zunis and I pronounce it with Z, Zunis.
Yep.
Zunis. Okay, so we have Zunis and Elin, who basically live in Waterdeep now. Elin is actually the ambassador of Ruathim in Waterdeep. It's a newly appointed position. And Zunis, you are actually working with her. Basically, she hates everything that has got to do with paperwork. All she wants is to get out and adventure. So you help her with her day-to-day tasks. Now, Elin, I didn't tell you that, but you also have a magister working for you. His name is Thorn Rel. He's basically managing the any trade contracts or any requests from nobles, etc. It's a lot of work, and you need to know the etiquettes of how to talk to them and how to address them and how to behave in meals and balls, etc. So he does that for you. And you have a cook. His name is Elmorn. He's a halfling. And in addition to that, you have a chamberlain. His name is Erando. And he's very old. Basically, all the personnel in your mansion, they were basically serving a previous the previous owner of the house. He was another ambassador. You're not sure who exactly, but they basically came with the building. Okay, so you are surrounded with all those strange people from Waterdeep.
That's a posse that follows me around everywhere. My
What,
cook.
sorry? No, he doesn't follow you around. They are all very old and fragile. Let's put it this way.
Okay.
But they help you in any way they can. And before we actually jump to the story itself, I just want to point out three things. I am going to use Roll20 to show maps and sometimes even rooms, etc. But I'm not going to use any tokens. So it's important for you, as part of the feedback you gave from our previous campaign, that if you want to do something, please add your intent. So I can, I don't want to use the word referee, but sometimes I don't know what you're planning, and if I will know, then I can maybe adjust my descriptions, etc. So if you want to do something, just make sure to be clear with your intent, and I can work with that. 3-hour-long campaign sessions. We discussed that. This is it. Okay, so we have an NPC list and a goal list for each of the characters. So if you want, because this campaign is going to be free-form and will have a lot of chances for character development and whatnot, you can add your goals there so we can track them. I can track them and build future sessions, etc. based on those. It's not, you don't have to do this only if you want to. Okay? Cool.
Okay.
So Jolly has this thing. He's a very organized gnome, and he basically invites you to dinner each evening. And at dinner, he tells you about your mission for the next day. Okay, so at the last dinner, he basically told you to come in the morning. You are it's Marpenoth 24th. It's autumn. Okay, so the nights are cool, and the morning and the noon is great weather in Waterdeep. He basically asked you to come in the morning, dressed as best as you can. Okay. Now, when people travel in Waterdeep, they don't travel, full armor and stuff. You can carry your sword or, whatever weapon you like. But he basically asks you to come in the morning and come properly dressed. So I want you to describe to me how you dress.
Eamon's Eamon would come in his Waterdeep City Watch uniform, I'm guessing. Although it's fairly well used, he's stitched up the holes and maybe had it pressed and freshly cleaned. But this is about as fancy as I get, Mr. Jolly. I'm sorry, I just don't have any of them fancy clothes.
What about you, Forgar?
I'm probably wearing some kind of cloak-like thing, probably like a good neutral green color. Wouldn't be wearing armor or anything, but
okay,
probably all that I'd be wearing.
The fanciest
That's
cloak
it?
you have.
Just a cloak?
Oh,
You're naked under the cloak.
oh, definitely.
That's terrifying.
Okay, Jackin.
I'm gonna have to arrest you, Forgar.
And these
My cloak's gone
exposure.
off.
And decent exposure. Okay. Jackin is of course wearing his finest outfit. It's really fancy. He has some pants that doesn't quite reach all the way down. That's like just like halfway below the knee or so. Like he's had them for a while, and you can tell they're kind of worn. His shirt has also been ripped and like poorly stitched together in one place. He does, however, have a really fancy silk cloak. You don't really know where he got that, but if you ask him, he bought it himself, of course. So he has that, and then he has his own like rapier, so he has a weapon with him, and he has a bow also. He brought that along also.
Okay.
You fix up real nice there, Mr. Renner.
Yeah, and his hair is like poorly cut, but he's like kind of like spit a bit, like try to look his best. It's not that good, but at least his cloak is fine.
Quarian?
Okay, so Quarian has some pretty common clothes. He doesn't have anything special to wear. He does have a disguise kit, so he might actually come. He's going to come. At least he's going to comb his hair. So that's the best that he's going to get. He'll get his clothes in good shape, as good shape as he can. Irons them. He'll wears the best common clothes that he can but there's nothing much to talk about.
So you lay down this huge disguise kit, you open it up, all the zippers, etc., and you produce a comb.
Yep.
And put it back. Okay. So you stand there in front of Jolly's door.
about me?
Who is me? No, Aline and Zunis, you are not working for Mr. Jolly. You
Oh,
are
no.
the ambassador of Ruathim in Waterdeep, man.
I got away from the mansion for at least half an hour.
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
no,
Yeah,
I know you're kidding, but you don't participate in the adventure. They are going to adventures. You're basically here to hear
to
about
do
it.
the,
You're here
to
to do paperwork.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Chronicle
I
it.
want to Kool-Aid
That's-
man through the
that's-
wall and be like, I'm
Can you
here.
please
Yeah.
requisition me some more arrows?
Yeah, we get like
Um,
one sheet to fill out at the end of every session.
That's our adventure.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Container.
Just like take my hand
Oh,
axe and just hit me here as hard as you can, Zunis. Just don't hold back.
So you, a bunch of ragtags, you stand in front of Jolly's door, and he opens it, and he, looks at you, and he's basically, shorter than you. His head reaches to your chest or something like that, and he looks up and down, and he says, "Oh, yeah. What is this? Aemon, it looks like something you pulled out of the river. I mean, come on. You look like pretzels left in the sun for too long. Oi. Come in. Please come in. This is horrible. Please."
Well, howdy, Mr. Jolly. Thanks for letting us in. I reckon you might have some fancier clothes around, but I don't really have no need for such garb.
Fancy clothes. Oi, bro. Come in, please.
You
Come in.
really should have bought like a fine cloak. I say, like gently touching the cloak, like just the fabric on it. It's fantastic.
Jackin, why are you wearing a cloak with the name of Lord Bartholomew on it?
What?
It reads there. It's right there on the. Oi. Come in.
Mr. Renar.
That's my name. It's my alias.
Come in, please.
Mhm.
Come in. I have a very important mission for you. Very important. Today is a special day. You get something to do that you don't get to do every day. Come in. He invites you into his tiny shop. And you can see tons of books and scrolls and all kinds of jar with special inks in them. And this huge collection of quills of every variety, color, and size. And he... on his big table, the table that he works and makes the quills, there are 5 boxes, and he flips them open and says, "I've been to Moira's finest leathers and clothing, and she gave me this, so you can dress properly. I mean, Aemon is fine, but all the rest, you look, well, yes, please.
But my fine cloak.
Well, I think the Lord will want it back someday at
It's
least. But
not his cloak. I bought it.
oh, come.
Can I make an insight check
Yeah, on who?
on Mr. Renar?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I would like to make a deception check.
Yeah.
And so it begins.
Shoot.
Ooh. Yes. Yes.
Nine.
No. It's you can't see this. This is my alias name type. You're not the boss of me. You're not my dad.
I think I know who the new Viscero is.
Well, Mr. Renar, I was mighty happy to see that you'd gone the way of getting a noble occupation here, but I'm a little disappointed. I thought you'd be doing better than this. I'm gonna have to confiscate that.
But I bought it. I think I have a receipt somewhere.
Well, if you can provide the receipt, I'm sure I'll take it down to the guards, and they'll be happy to return it to you.
Go, damn stupid city gods all over.
Wait, Aemon. If you take the cloak right now, he'll be naked. This is not good. We'll see Tuches everywhere. We don't want to see his... No,
I have
that
pants and shirt on.
I'm the one just wearing the
Looking at
clothes.
4 guards naked.
Hey
Yeah,
man, I'm covered.
Yeah,
I don't-
your scales are showing. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know what they
Adventure.
do in the
There's stuff.
mountains, but here in the city, Forgar, I've told you this time and time again. You need to
You-
wear clothes.
You and your city folk, you just forget
this
what it's
is-
like to be in nature. Come on.
This is very important. Very important. He produces, the same set of clothes for each and every one of you. You look like, how should I say it? Black trousers, not trousers, but pants with a white shirt over it. The fluffy white shirts and long sleeves with fluff in them, and this cloak over it. It looks, horrible on a group of adventurers like you. And he says, you are going to visit a very important lady. She is my friend, and therefore she is your friend, but you don't know her. Sure, she's not yet your friend, but you will be if you dress properly and be nice. It's important to be nice. I talk to you about it every time. So you
We're
take.
nice.
Yes, of course. You are all nice, but you will let Eamon do the talking because he's the city watch. It's important.
So does he want me to? Did he provide clothes for me as well, or am I wearing my watch uniform?
Actually, your watch uniform is an excellent idea. It's perfect. You have read my thought. So you dress, and then you eat some breakfast. It's important to eat breakfast before you do any important job. Yes, the most important dinner.
Oh yes, breakfast. Maybe even before we get like the fancy cloak on and dresses.
Oh yeah,
so we don't
good
get
idea,
dirty.
Jenkins. Good idea. So sit, eat, and I tell you what this is about. This is very important. So you two go. Yes, you wanted to say something?
Oh, I was just gonna say, Forgar, you're gonna look mighty pretty in that shirt.
Oh yeah. You know how it's gonna I think it'll really accent my scales.
Mhm.
The fluff.
Bring out the color.
Yes, Forgar, what do you want with your pretzel?
I want my ketchup.
No, the answer's mustard, dude.
You failed.
I'll get some scrambled egg and some very nice coming up. So
Perfect.
you are to go to the ambassador of Ruathim. She is new here. She is a very important person, and because she is new in Waterdeep, we are treating her properly, like she is a very fine lady. Now, she is not a noble, but we will treat her as such. Am I getting through to you?
Oh,
Yes.
of course. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yes, I'm truly upset. Oh, sorry.
So you go to her mansion and you produce this, and he brings out this huge envelope, and it's laden with all kinds of golden rims and this big stamp. And you can see the stamp on the stamp. The stamp is of House Nander. It's a respectable house, noble house in Waterdeep. And he says, you give her this invitation. This is an invitation from the fine Lady Valrosa Nander. She lives in Nightstone. It's something like 4 days of ride east of Waterdeep, yes? So it turns out that the ambassador of Ruathim is invited to this fancy dinner. You produce the envelope, you give her the envelope, she accepts it, and you say, we will take you there. We are escorts produced by Jolly Fizzlebang. Yes, she is my friend. And Lady Varrosa is also my friend. So I have friends. And, if I have a friend and I have another friend, then they are friends. Yes?
So let me get this straight. We're to take this letter down to Lady Valorosa Nandor.
No.
And tell her that the lady from Rotham is inviting her to dinner.
Oh, you didn't eat your breakfast. Eat your breakfast and listen carefully because it's important. As I said.
Oh, golly, Mr. Jolly, I'm so sorry.
And he looks at you like this. listen carefully, all of you. Again, I'm saying this because you eat fast, but you think slow. Listen, you take the envelope and go to the ambassador of Ruathim. She lives here.
Theme.
Yes, she lives here in
No, man, you
Waterdeep.
spelled that wrong.
You go to her, you bring it, and
My
this
spelling's not
envelope
too good.
is from Lady Varlosa Nander. She lives east of here in Nightstone. It's important you say that.
Nightstone, got it?
Yep. And she accepts. I mean, the ambassador of Ruatim, she accepts. And you say, we will take you there because Jolly told us to do, and it's important. You know, when you deal with nobles, the larger the group that sends the invitation, the more important the noble is. I taught you this many times.
No,
So
this
you-
is the first I've ever heard of this.
Because,
Bigger group, more special?
yes.
That just seems like a disaster. You get too many cooks in there, and I don't know.
Well, cooks is a good thing. And think about it this way. If, let's say, 10 people come to you, or 20 people come to you, or 50 people come to you, you're more important. This is how Waterdeep works. I know it's strange to you, maybe. And it was strange for me when I came here. But this is how it goes. You know, what can we do?
Well, don't you worry, Mr. Jolly. You picked the right people for this job. We'll take this ambassador over to Nightstone. Don't worry. I'll keep Renar under control.
Yes, you do that. That's important. A lot of silverware in the ambassador's house. No stealing around and fooling around. Yes. Jenkins,
it.
no Boba Mice for you. I don't want to hear anything bad. Right?
I would never do anything like that. I don't know why this stupid god. I don't know how he ever got to become a god. He's so damn stupid. Couldn't catch anybody.
Now eat
Like,
your
I
eggs.
got you.
Eat your eggs. Now, you go back to me after everything. You put the envelope, and when the ambassador is ready, you take her to Nightstone. Yes. When you go to Nightstone, I have something else to give you, but that's for another time. This is not for today. So now eat your eggs, and then you can go.
Yes.
Some
Can we have
goblin.
seconds?
Yes, sure. You can. You can
Can't hear
have
you,
it.
Avi. Can't hear you.
Oh, yeah.
Muted.
Mr. Jolly, can you tell us something about this lady that we're going to meet? Is there anything that she especially likes? Do you know? Is she...
You're talking about the lady from Ruathim?
Yes.
Yes. Well, you get to understand this. And I'm telling you this because you are all my friends, yes? But you don't tell her that because, you know, she is new here and she was, her people, they are barbarians. They sometimes don't understand the intricate details of how you deal with nobility in Waterdeep, yes? She is new here and she has a friend who is a fishman. And people look strangely at him. Yes.
Fish
he
man.
Yes. So,
Crazy.
but you know, in Waterdeep we accept everyone. We don't care. So she came to here to be ambassador and to facilitate peace and trade. But all the nobles here, they are trying to, how should I put it? Well, they try to somehow abuse the fact that she don't know a lot about this city and how it works, right? So they send invitation and they ask her to do all kinds of things, but she's smart. She says no to everyone. She is a friend of Jolly, so she will say yes to the envelope that I gave you, right? This is important, very important.
Okay.
But she is very nice. I met her. We sat for a cup of tea, and she is very nice. She has a husband, and she has two daughters, if I remember correctly. But I don't know if they are married or not. Not sure of their age. I didn't ask. I'm a gentleman.
Okay. Did you tell us? I think I forgot her name. What was her name?
Her name is Eileen. Now, it's very important.
Eileen.
When you talk to her, she is not a noble. But because she is the ambassador, we talk to her like she is a noble. So you say, lady. Repeat after me.
Lady
Lady.
Ellie.
Lady.
Lady.
Exactly.
Okay.
This is very important, so she can feel secure, and she will be understanding that a big group and an envelope, pretty envelope, and people who are dressed nicely and well fed, she will accept the invitation and be proud. This is very important.
Okay.
Good. So I see you are done with your breakfast. So you go.
Okay.
Why, thank you, Mr. Jolly. Let's go.
Let's go.
As soon as we get out of the door,
I-
I'm gonna rip the sleeves off this. I'm gonna keep the big fluff, but I'm gonna
Borgar.
rip the sleeves right
Yeah.
off.
Forgar, you heard Mr. Jolly. We're supposed to look nice for this lady.
This looks nice for this lady, and I use my breath weapon to incinerate them so that they're gone.
You could probably sell that.
Not anymore.
I understand that it's so scratchy. Like, why do people wear this?
To look better. You know why. It's to look better. You need to look better for the nobles.
No.
Moore Morel, I reckon we should maybe pick up some flowers for this lady if she's noble, like Mr. Jolly says.
That is an
She
excellent
might
idea.
like some pretty flowers.
That's an excellent idea. Oh, you know what else we should do? We can play her some music. I can play some.
Indeed,
I can play her
indeed.
serenade instead.
Ladies love music.
Yeah, absolutely. I start.
Excellent.
I start playing around some music to see if you guys like it.
Mhm.
Yeah. What instrument are you playing it on, or are you just singing?
I'm sorry.
Are you using an instrument?
Yeah, a lute.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if you look at the map, you can see that Jolly's Quill over here is situated in Book Street, and Eline's mansion is just on the far side of the trade ward over here. So basically, the most interesting thing is that you have to cross the Way of the Dragon and the High Road. The Way of the Dragon is this road, and the High Road is this one, which means that you are going to see a lot of carts and wheels and merchants going there, in their daily business. But it's a short walk. So do you want to stop for flowers and what else did you say?
I'm just going
just
to
music.
play some music on the way till we get it right.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll pick up some
If
flowers.
we go through this alley, I know there's a flower shop over there. Just go through this alley. It's a shortcut. I know this
Okay.
alley like the back of my hand. I know
Of
every
course
alley.
you do.
Like I've been living here a while. They're like, what? Then nobody
I'll,
comes down the small streets.
So
Don't mind letting Mr. Renar lead. Let's see how he does.
Jackhand leads you through an alley that cuts basically south and then east to the Way of the Dragon, and it has, as you pass, in this alley, the buildings are tighter. There are puddles on the road, some pigeons perched on the laundry ropes that hang between the buildings of the alley, and you see, Jenkins, you see two people. They're basically stand there with one foot on the wall, two hands in their pockets, and one of them is looking at you and does this.
So it's someone I recognize.
Nope.
No.
Or you know what? Make make a perception check.
Ooh, okay. 14. That's not bad.
Okay. You think you do recognize this fellow. His name is Webb. And he's this bully. He has this small gang. They're trying to basically make their own, build their own crime gang in the city, working for, trying to impress the Zentarim. He's basically looking for trouble.
Yes.
He's found it.
I just like,
D&D group.
yeah, I just like adjust my rapier as I go down. Like, hey, morning, just passing through.
Well, that's gonna cost you. That's 1 silver.
Excuse me?
Where?
Oh,
I
well, you
kind of just
started
like
now.
posture. I am only carrying my dagger, but I am wearing my Waterdeep Guard uniform.
Oh,
I'll
right.
just step to the front and say, excuse me?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Good sir. Haven't noticed you. Just that me and my friend here, we have a history, but I'm willing to let it go. Please.
This young sir over here, Mr. Renar, why don't you come up here?
Oh no, that's fine, sir. We are not looking for trouble. It's everything is good. You can certainly pass, and I'll be on our way. Yes, we are all on our way. And they start to back off.
I got my eye on you, and I'll walk away.
Yeah, and as I go by, I like whisper to him, "Hey, yeah, you don't really want Shashir to know you're causing trouble here, do you?"
He smiles there, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so you pass the alley, and you get to that flower shop that you intended to get to.
Okay, let's go and buy some flowers.
So Farana is the lady that owns this shop, and she looks at you, you know, up and down, and then when Aemon gets in, and then Forgar, and then the elf, the half elf, she oh amazing! What are we planning? A wedding? A party? A ball? What do you need?
Just some flowers, a nice arrangement.
And
No party.
She you know walks around the shop. She picks all kinds of flowers. She wraps them, and she says, "Who to? Who is the lucky girl?"
Oh, she's an important ambassador.
Important ambassador. That's great. She picks up this small piece of paper. Do you want me to write something? Maybe her name?
No, that's thank you. I'll write it.
You can write it here. And she produces ink and a quill from Jolly's quill. Please be my guest. It's
Okay.
The table is clean and you can do it here.
Thank you. I'll be happy to. And I write some random name of someone.
Okay.
At this point, I want to look at the bouquet and be like, I'm disgusted by it. It's a great looking arrangement of flowers, but it's like not practical by any means. So I go around and I start pulling out like decorative things and start putting in like herbal plants and, and like medical flowers and like all sorts of things that aren't as awesome looking as the bouquet was originally.
I look at Forgar and tell you,
That's
thank you, Forgar. And it looks great. It looks great. Thank you. And I throws him away when he's not looking.
Okay, so you get out of the shop with Farhan, this Farhan girl. She looks at you, smiling tightly. Obviously, you foiled some attempt of her to understand who you're sending it to. But you managed to go out and cross the way of the dragon rather easily. You see carts going on, left, right, and right to left, but nothing too special. Aside from two members of the Plumbers Guild who are trying to open a grate in the middle of the road, and there's this dog barking at them like mad. And they're struggling with the grate. As you pass that road, you reach to the high road, and then you just step into this huge crowd. People are looking at this parade going on. Now, when you look at it, the second time you understand that it's not a simple parade. It's simply a mob, a ton of people looking at this cart. On top of the cart, you can see the corpse of something that looks like a dragon, but it doesn't have wings. And two soldiers, or let's say, military types, are on that cart trying to make the people go away and clear the path.
I'm gonna go and help them clear people away. Try and set up a perimeter.
Well, like
Okay.
we have time to look
Just
at the cart
quickly.
then while he does that.
I'm gonna like grab you and bring you with me as I go and help set up the perimeter with him.
Like, yeah, but I want to look at the cart and like
No.
also,
No.
like sulk in the and I'm tiny compared to you.
Right. I lift you up. There's the
Yeah.
kicking
I-
thing
yeah.
as I walk you over.
Yeah, I am like 160 only, so I'm just tiny.
I'm gonna try to sneak a peek anyway before he sees me as well.
Okay. In this case, Quarian, make a perception check, and you two, Amon, and Forgar, I need you to make a nature check. We
Okay.
have a nature check here, right?
Yes.
18 perception.
Okay.
15.
No.
Okay. No. Okay, so
Yeah.
Quarian, with your perception, you managed to catch a man sitting on the cart. The two military type people, they seem adventurers, at least according to what they wear, and they seem like they are the ones who probably killed this creature because they are covered with, blood and their armor seemed dented, and it looks like they just got out of a battle. But the man leading the cart, you recognize him. His name is Razb. He's the butcher that basically provides Jolly with, fine slabs of meat that Jolly is so fond of. And as he spots you, he does this, and shouts to Amon, "Thanks." How did you do with your nature check?
I did crappy. I got a 4.
A 4. Okay. So basically, the crowd is blocking your view of the creature, so you can't make any. You can't identify what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Unless anyone wants to do another thing, this basically, parade just moves out. The mob disperses, and you're able to reach to Aline's mansion.
Just as four guys sitting me down, I'll just kick probably weakly at him, so he'll probably barely notice, but just give him an angry kick, not a kid. Don't treat
Sure
me
look like
kid.
a kid.
Yeah. I'm grown up. I'm an adult.
Okay.
I am
yeah.
curious about what's in the wagon. So I after the crowd disperses, or once we get it under control, I do want to see what's in the wagon. I do have an interest in what goes on in the sewers beneath the city. So if I get a chance to see it, I will take it.
So make a perception check. And in the meantime, Aline and Tzunis, you are basically working on paperwork in your main study, Aline. Going over, a dozen of invitations and contracts and treaties and whatnot. It seems like every noble house in Waterdeep is trying to either, buy your friendship or make some kind of a contract with you. When you work with Zunis, you suddenly hear a window breaks.
I take out my axe to my belt.
Eamon?
I
How
just
did-
look
how did
around,
you-
confused.
My
Okay.
chair flies behind me as I stand up. Yes.
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 Finally.
Eamon, how did you do with your perception check?
14.
14. Okay, so with a 14, you managed to take a look at the creature, and it looks like a very big lizard. As I said, it looks like a dragon, but no wings. What's interesting about it is that you can see that, the body is sitting on the wagon, and the parts that, the corpse's skin that touches the wagon, those parts in the wagon seems like they were scorched. Like
So
maybe, yeah.
The lizard was burnt?
You think maybe, yeah.
Okay.
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 When you guys reach to Aline's mansion, let me know when you see the map.
Yep. I
Yeah.
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are basically traveling through this area. Can you see my? So this is the part of the street that you are walking, heading, about to head north to the main entrance here. But Eamon and Forgar and Jenkin, everyone, as you go and arrive here, you can see that the window to this room is broken.
Okay.
Oh.
Do we
Looks
see
like
should,
somebody
uh,
had a not so nice invitation for this lady.
I'm gonna peer through that gate that's right there. I assume it's an iron gate of some sort.
Yes.
I just want to make a quick check. Is the window broken in or broken out?
Okay, make a perception check. So Eamon is basically
Or- Oopsie. I'll roll that up here. 17.
okay. So with a 17, you can see that the window was broken very inelegantly. Maybe a stone or maybe a fist or something like that. And with that score, you can even spot something more interesting. You can see up to this door, which is open.
Mhm.
And in this room, you can see a halfling standing with a plate of fruit and maybe bread or something like that. But he seems, stuck like this.
Like he's not moving at all.
Yeah.
Paralyzed.
Hmm.
I'm gonna just look to the group and say we got a problem here. I think something's going on.
Let's go.
Forgar, watch this gate. I'm going to the front door. I'm gonna run.
Run.
Okay. Why don't we just open this gate and go in this way?
Or maybe climb over it.
In the meantime, back to Eileen and Zunis. You are basically in this room. Wait a minute. Here. Okay. Whoops, sorry. No,
Either
no.
if you do a shift, if you hold down shift and then ping, then we each move it, then we move all the map for all the players to that spot.
It moves our camera and the positioning on the map,
Oh,
so we
The
can all
map
see it.
position, just so
Cool.
it's like easier if we don't have like zoomed in and can't see where you're pinging.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
M11.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. This one. Yeah?
Okay, M10.
Okay. M10, yeah. So Zunis and Eileen, you're basically sitting in this room, going over the paperwork. When you hear this glass breaks, what do you do?
I stand up. I'm a little bit confused, and I'm like, Brandon, did you drop one of those glasses again?
What name did you call?
Brandon. That's the name of the cook or some of our
So the
guys
cook
working
is,
for us.
yeah. So the cook is Elmorn. I'll write it down
Oh, okay.
just quickly. Elmorn.
Yeah, I just made something up. I didn't know
No,
they
that's
had names.
That's fine.
No. Actually, I don't call him Elmom. I actually do call him Brandon.
Why?
Because I didn't bother to remember his actual name.
That's awesome.
As he's saying that, as he stand up and stand there and say that, I'm immediately just walking out the door, casting Mage Armor on myself.
Okay, so this door, I'm assuming this door, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are casting Mage Armor on yourself, and exactly that moment, the door burst open, and you can see a man, hooded man, wearing those leather, brown leather, the outfit of someone who means business. And he's holding this dagger, a curled dagger at his hand. And he sees you and tries to put a hand on your chest.
I immediately, as I see that he's armed and is looking for trouble, I cast Entangle on him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shock and harass this guy.
So, then let's roll initiative.
Okay.
Back to you, Amon and the other group.
Quick question: does anybody know in Skype how to change your view so that I don't just see Avi all the time and you guys tiny, so that it's tiled?
Oh, it's in options somewhere. I forgot where it is.
I rolled a modified 1, by the way.
For initiative?
Yep.
That's amazing.
Super ready for this.
Yeah,
I rolled a 10.
a 10 for.
Are we all? Is everybody rolling in for initiative?
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't even use the die that only rolls runs and hence I used the new one and it's still doing it.
It's also cursed. It has to be you then, eh?
Apparently.
Also, before as I walk to the door, I put my axe away. 'Cause I have like an instinct of where like when I'm in trouble, I pull out my axe, but I can't really use it, so I just have to put it back on.
I rolled an 8.
I got an 11.
Okay, so 11 for Quarian. And we have an 8 for Forgar.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
9 from Jekken. Yeah, it's in road.
Yeah, so it's mine.
So we have. Okay. Wait, am I missing someone? Elaine, Jekin, Forgar, Eamon, Quarian, and Zunis, right? I'm not missing anyone.
Did you say my name? I can't remember.
Elaine, yes, I have you with 17. Okay, great. So, as Elaine sees this man who is obviously, he didn't come here to talk. Eamon, what do you do? I mean, all the group, that group, you went to the front door.
Yeah, I'm running to the front door.
Okay. You are making your way to the front door. Obviously, the two huge wooden doors are closed. Nothing special here. In the meantime, Forgar and Jenkins and Quarian, what are you doing?
Can we see the guy from the window?
So make a perception check, but you can only see up to this room.
Oh, all right.
And I'm trying to open the gate here, the back gate.
Okay.
Just seeing if it's locked.
So it's not locked. So you can easily pull the mechanism from the, send a hand and just flip the mechanism and open the gate if you wish to do so.
I'll do that and then go in, looking around.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay at the gate. I got told that this is where I should be. So I'm gonna guard the exit.
I'm gonna run inside as well. I got a 20 on my perception, though. Not that it helps me a lot.
Okay, so you can see this room, and you can see the halfling holding his plate of food still frozen, frozen in place.
Okay. I think I'm
Remember,
going
they're
to try to
fragile.
run over here.
Great. So, Eileen, you had a moment noticed. You heard the broken window and you got up. So you're not surprised when this guy opens the door. What do you do? You're basically standing, face to face.
Face to face with him?
Yeah.
Well, I am a caster, so I'm gonna Gust of Wind him.
Okay.
What is the distance between him and what's the max distance between him and me that I can make? Because there's a hallway right behind him, right?
Yeah. So you want to go deeper into the room and have some distance between you and him?
Yeah, I want to blast him as far away as I can from him in any direction I can.
So you're basically standing in the room and he's standing at the door. So you can blast him straight into the wall of the corridor behind him.
He can still hit me though. So I think I'm gonna just shocking grasp him.
Okay, do it.
That was a 22.
Slap. Yep, you manage to grab him as he tries to grab you. And you manage to zap him for 5 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He trembles a little bit. And then... so you want to do anything else? Do you want to move or something like that?
I can have Tempest's magic. So starting at first level, you can use a bonus action on your turn to cause whirling gusts of elemental air to briefly surround you. Basically, I can fly up to 10 feet without provoking opportunity of attacks after I cast a wind, air, or a spell of first level or higher. Okay, great. So yeah, I'm gonna use that to get away from him from his.
Did you?
As far as I can.
It's if first level or higher. You
Shocking grasp is a
cantrip.
cantrip.
Dang it! Never mind.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's fine. Great. Thanks, guys.
Is he wearing metal?
No, he's wearing leathers, and you touched him, and he kind of, was thrown back a little from the spell. But in return, he grabs you, and he says, "This isn't personal, right? This is just work, just business. Sorry." And then he whispers this horrible demonic word as he tries to touch you. What is your AC?
My AC right now is 15.
Ooh, okay.
With mage armor. Without mage armor, it's 12.
No, that's fine. With your mage armor, he managed to touch you. Let me just. Okay. How many hit points do you have?
I got a whopping 8 hit points.
8. Okay. So you take 12.
Whoa.
And Zunis, you can see that this man, he touched your friend Eileen, and as he did, you can see wounds opening up on her body. She screams and falls down.
Okay.
When Zunis, when you look at this, something attacks you from behind. You turn around quickly and you can see this floating spectral weapon, spectral sword that hovers behind you. You haven't seen it before, and it simply tries to whack you. AC? 12. So you manage to duck below its, as it tries to cut you. You manage to duck, but it just sits there, hovering in front of you.
Okay.
Quarian, you hear a shout.
Okay.
From within, and obviously sounds of spells being cast, and
And I hear it from room M10, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to run over to the window of room M10, take a look in there.
So you're running up to this point?
Yeah. pretty much.
Okay.
Maybe a bit further back, but yeah. I mean,
Okay, so this is basically it will take all the movement you've got plus. So you basically need to move twice, right? You will end your turn there. This is what I'm trying to say.
is it possible to move over to the point of M19 and look into the room and see something? Because if it's not, I'll continue running until I see whatever it is.
You can try, yeah. So you can basically run up to this stable, and then as you look inside, roll a perception, and I'll tell you what you see. Eamon, you're next. So,
I got 19 in perception.
okay, so you can definitely see this strange creature, which you recognize as a Triton, fighting a spectral floating sword. You heard additional noises from that room, but you can't see anything else.
Okay, so I'm going to keep running over forward until I get to get a better view into M10.
Okay. So when you do, you see this man wearing brown leathers, holding a curved dagger, simply laying down what you think is the limp body of the ambassador of Ruathim, and her body is covered with wounds. And you can see the Triton, and that's it.
I scream to them over to everybody else over here.
Okay.
Thunderwave. I die.
Amen.
So where am I? Am I at the door, front door?
Yeah, you're basically at the front door.
Okay. And I hear the noises inside.
Right.
So I don't know how much of an action it requires, but I'm going to blow my Waterdeep Guard's horn. Big. Yeah.
Okay.
And then if I can, I will run up to the door and try and open it.
Okay. You go to the door and it opens.
Oh, that's unexpected. Do I still
yes.
have movement left?
Yes, but you see another set of doors just behind that one. And as you try to push those open, these are locked.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll make a noise of it then. Try and bang on the door, but
Okay. Are you trying to bring them down or force
Nope.
them open? Okay.
Nope. I just want someone to answer them.
Okay. Cool. Jenkins.
Yes. I'm going towards the little door down here and trying to open that so I can get into the hallway.
This one? Here?
Here, yes.
Right. Okay. So take note that this window is open and broken open.
Yeah. But is
Okay.
it like big enough to crawl in without hurting yourself?
Yeah. It's a big window, like a porch window. And
Yeah,
it's...
but I just wasn't sure how big the hole was.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, big enough.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll crawl in that way then.
Okay.
Do I need to do anything acrobatic or something? to get
No.
in, or-
No, it's a simple thing, especially for you. So you managed to get into this room. It's obviously a library. You can see fragments of glass on the floor, and as you step on them, they make this crunching noise. And the door to this room is open, and inside of it you can see the frozen halfling.
I'll run up to the halfling, like say, "Hey, hello. What's wrong?" And yeah. Do I when I just look at him quickly? Do I see like anything? Is there like maybe like a paralyzing dart or something sticking out of his neck?
No, you don't see any paralyzing darts from a close and a fast inspection.
Yeah, I'll just like quickly try to like pull on him a bit and see if he snaps out of it. And that's probably all I could do.
Yeah, right. Okay. So you kind of click in front of his eyes and try to nudge him. Forgar.
So I'm gonna stay at this back door here. I'm gonna try and keep tabs on where they are, and I think I'm gonna try and do a stealth roll to maybe get hidden up and behind that M19 building.
Okay, do it.
No, I'm not very stealthy. That's a 2.
Okay, so but you do enter through the gate and
Yeah.
Okay, Great. So you basically duck and run, and back to the stable, weapon ready. Okay. At this point, you hear the boots of the city guard. They are very fast to arrive because it's part of the finer part of the city, and it's an ambassador house, so police is there. But they will take time to come here, but they're very, very close. Zunis.
I extend my arm to cast Entangle at both the thief and Avi's character.
Okay, yeah, sure. So wait a minute. Avi's character is basically outside.
Oh, he's
Right.
outside. I thought you outside the room.
Yeah.
Outside the
So,
window.
so he's
Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, something like here.
Oh, okay. I thought he was inside already. Oh, okay.
No, he didn't have a lot of. Yeah. So how do you want? Oh, sorry, he's here.
Okay, in that case, I probably won't use Entangle on a single person. So I grab my spear that I have next to the door.
Okay.
I grab my spear and I charge at the guy who's trying to break in or whatever.
Okay, do it.
Right. There we have it.
Yes. So he tries to parry your thrust with his blade, but he only manages to sway the hit a little bit. So you give him a nasty wound on the shoulder as you push in. That was for 6 damage.
Yep.
Okay. He, as you two are locked with your blades, he looks at you and says, "My job here is done."
Oh no, you will stay here for a while.
In this case, you will go down as well. And we are back to Eileen, who needs to do her first death save.
All right. 1 second. Success.
First success. Okay, great. So this man, he will. Let's see what he will do to get rid of. Okay, so he will point at you, Zunis, and mutter this ancient word. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, as he's casting a spell on you.
It's the dice of 1s and 20s. It's a natural 20. So
Natural 20, amazing.
Nice.
Great. So you managed to shake off the effect of the spell, whatever it was. This assassin looks a bit surprised, and then he tries to make out to run toward the window. Okay. At this point, Amon, a squad of 3 city guards approach the front doors. One of them is familiar to you.
Oh no. It's not Dran Hammerclaw, is it?
Oh yeah, it
Son of
is.
Bitch.
And he shouts, "What's going on?"
Damn it. I'm on administrative leave. I'm not technically a guard right now. Well, Dran, I think somebody's attacking Lady Ellen in here. I reckon you ought to break this door down.
Well, move aside. And he and his 3 men are basically charging at the door. And he looks at you and says, "Why are you wearing the uniform?"
I just bow my head in shame and kind of step back.
Okay,
I
so
wish I was standing next to you. I so wish I was standing next to you. Like somewhere, I just got this sense like, oh, I'm missing something important here. Like, what's going on?
so the three of them basically managed to force open the door, doing some damage to the wooden frame, but the door is open. Quarion, what are you doing right now?
Okay, I see the guy who's running towards the window right now, right?
Yes.
So actually is kind of running towards me at the moment.
Yes, and sorry, Zunis, you are allowed to make a attack of opportunity as he tries to, as he leaves your reach. You can whack him once.
14 against AC.
Let me check. 14, yes, hits.
And that's 9 damage.
9. Amazing.
Nice.
Yeah. So he's basically leaving this trail of blood as he's running toward the window. Okay, Quarion. So you can see this man still holding his dagger, trying to jump out of the window, and the Triton behind him just managed to inflict another wound.
How close is he to me?
Very close, like something like 10 feet or 15 feet.
And Zunis is a bit farther away?
Yeah.
Cool, so I'm going to cast a Thunder Wave to break the window and make him fly back into Zunis.
Dude, Thunderwave.
Yeah.
Something like a face full of broken glass.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think Shardstorm. That's not Thunderwave. That's Shardstorm.
Yeah.
Hadouken!
So it needs to do like a Constitution saving throw?
Okay, Constitution saving throw coming up now, and so what's the range on that? It's 15 feet?
It's 15 feet and he gets pushed away 10 feet if he fails the Constitution throw. Save.
What's the DC? Never mind, he botched it.
Okay, so
okay,
he's got 10. 10 plus whatever glass does.
Yeah, okay, so let's do it this way. 10 damage. So roll 1d10 for me, but Zunis, you take that damage too as the window shatters and fires this, cloud of needle-sharp glass at you. Yes?
Sorry, Zunis,
Okay,
that's
sure.
10.
10
damage.
Yeah, that's actually enough to knock me out.
Okay.
But I was a good guy.
Awesome. So you manage. You can see. You basically cast the spell. You can see the assassin flies to the other side of the room, smacking his head against the door frame here, and you can also see the Triton basically takes on the full blast of the broken glass, and immediately feels his face are covered with cuts and bruises, and blood is everywhere. So you basically paint a picture of the Triton like this on the wall with blood, like.
Well, if the guy is pushed in my direction, I try to catch him though and grapple him while I'm getting hit with all the shards and everything.
So are you down, Zunis?
Yep, I'm down.
So you're down. Okay. So that was Quarion. And the assassin looks really, really bad now.
Yeah.
Amen.
One thing, I'm sorry to say this, Emiliano, and no, I'm not. He's lying in there with his glass flying around, or Ellen is.
What? Sorry?
But I think
Ellen is lying there,
Ellen's
and there's
out
a
of the
glass
room, yeah.
flying.
So
Does she take
she's
some
a bit
damage also?
further.
no,
I was below,
she's prone.
the level
She's
of the
prone.
glass.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, so it just goes over her. Okay.
Yeah.
She's protected by Zunis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Amen.
Okay.
The door is now open, and you can definitely hear this huge explosion coming up from the corridor just in front of you. What do you do?
Okay. Dram Hammerclaw, he's a dwarf, right?
Yep.
Perfect. I'm gonna push past him and just kind of whisper to him, "Try and keep up, Dram." And I'm gonna run as fast as I can, yelling, "Lady Ellen, Lady Ellen!" Just go straight through over towards M10.
Okay, so as you reach to the other side of this massive reception hall, you can see the hand of someone bloody as he tries to crawl out of that door. I'm pointing like you can see me.
Right
idiots.
there, right?
Right here.
Right
You
here.
gotta hold. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm
I'm
in the
at
hallway.
10.
Yeah, so you are basically exactly you're here.
So Lady Ellen's at my feet, I see.
No. Lady Ellen and her manservant both are here.
Oh, down in M9.
Some
Man.
tokens
Yeah.
up in this.
Yeah, and you are here.
Okay.
Okay, but you can see the hand of someone reaching out from the door as someone is trying to crawl out. You're not sure who. Dran is footsteps. You can hear him
right?
behind you.
Indeed.
Yeah.
M10 is where the fight was in.
Yeah,
M9 is where the paralyzed guy.
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
am.
Correct.
Okay, so I don't see Lady Ellen. I only see someone crawling out
Yeah,
that hallway,
Yep.
and glass everywhere.
everywhere.
Okay,
And
I've got
pieces of furniture and books and scrolls are flying through the air.
I assume I've moved that's my full round.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've got the flowers and the envelope in one hand, and my dagger in the other.
Okay. Which brings
Attack
us
with the flowers. Attack with the flowers.
brings us to Jack Hints.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to go out in the hall, assuming the door here can open.
Yep, you open
like-
it.
Yeah, Lady Ellen, I'm with the city guard. Like, I'm not shouting it. Well, maybe I am. I have a bit of a ring in my ear for some reason.
So
yeah,
as you reach to the door, you can see a man lying on the floor, all bloody and covered with blood. And he looks up to you and says, "Potion. She's dead. A potion on the table."
Well, I'll rush to the table then.
Okay, you
and
rush to
look
the
for that
table.
potion.
And you start to open the drawers and look for a potion.
Yeah.
Um,
And all the while looking out like, what the hell did this? Like,
yes,
that's
exactly.
so much damage here.
As you look through the window, you can see, Eamon with his
Flowers.
wand. Not Eamon, Quarian with his. Yeah. So you make a fuss of turning every drawer out and pouring out its content, but you don't see any potion.
Yeah,
was
I
a
wonder if he
bluff.
was lying. Like
Ah.
why would he do that?
Borgar.
All right, so I'm still
You gonna
back
get
here.
involved here, buddy?
Yeah, at this point, I'm gonna sit there. Yeah, just wait by the gate, guard it in case anybody gets there. And I'd start like playing with the ruffles on my shirt and sauntering up towards like the window. I'll hop in the window in M8 and go towards M9.
Okay, so this is actually great. So you run south, back to the broken window. You climb through it and you run to the open doors the open door that leads to where you see the halfling still frozen. That takes all your turn. Zunis, I need a death save, I think.
And it's a 17.
17 is good.
Nice.
Eileen, time for your second roll.
Mm. 2, so that's a failure.
Yeah.
Hey.
That was close.
Just
to
don't
the
hit
one.
me. Just don't hit me one time.
Don't worry, I'll find this potion of poison and give it to you. Like, oh, this is ink vial. This must be what I was thinking about. This ink must be a healing potion.
Forgar, you see, and actually, Eamon, you also see a man going out of the room. He's covered with blood, and he stands up, barely stands up, and he starts running south toward. So from here, from this point, he runs to the open door here, goes past you, Forgar, and as he passes you, he says, over there, pointing behind him. And then he tries to, so he basically reaches to M8. But that's his turn.
Inside.
Forgar will tell me.
What am I telling?
So you see someone basically passing you by.
Yeah.
So you're basically, going like this. You're going into the mansion, and he goes try to flee the mansion. He's covered with blood, and he says, "Inside."
Yeah, I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna go where he's heading. I'm guarding the door. I already left my post. So you guys got this under control.
Okay. So you're basically following him as
Yeah.
he runs toward. You think that he runs toward the window. No problem.
Yeah.
Quarian.
So I saw him running out in the general direction of south, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna run south also, like to spend my full movement until I see him through any of the windows, if I can. Do I still see him at some point? I suppose.
So yeah, you can see him through these windows, the windows of M8.
Okay.
And actually this window also. So you're basically running in parallel.
Right.
And you can see him, he's telling something to Forgar, and Forgar just turns around and starts following him.
Okay, I'm going to scream to them that he's the assassin, and I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on him.
Okay, what does that do?
It's just a cantrip. It doesn't do a lot, but it's my attack. Wait, why didn't it roll it? Oh, I'll just roll it. Ooh, natural 20.
Awesome.
It's not an attack roll. He has to make a save, and then
Oh,
you roll a
right.
d4 for damage.
It's not an attack
Okay.
roll? Oh, okay.
No.
Then never mind then.
Yeah,
Yes,
and,
Okay,
and if he saves,
Right.
then it doesn't take any damage.
Right.
Wisdom saving throw, right? So let
Yeah.
me check. What's the
13.
DC again? Oh,
13.
wasn't important. He botched it again.
Does he take
Okay.
fire damage for the sick
So
burn?
1d4 psychic damage, and he has disadvantage on his next attack roll that he makes before the next turn, and he got 2 damage.
So this and disadvantage on what?
On his next attack roll until before the end of his next turn.
Okay.
And
Right.
and I keep screaming to everybody that he's running away and running south.
Okay.
I'm having a bit of trouble hearing you. Somebody made a lot of noise, so my ears are ringing. I'm not sure who.
Amon, what do you do?
I'm gonna run up to that door quickly and look inside M10.
Mhm.
And I assume at this point I see Zunis and Ellen on the ground.
Yep.
Is it obvious that Ellen is, that the lady on the ground is Lady Ellen?
Yeah, let me describe her armor for you, her clothing for you for a second. Like, she looks like definitely a lady, but in the most badass sense, because she looks like she's ready for battle as well. She's got like a adventurous fur coat, cloak, I mean, and probably not mechanically armor, but leather jerkin over a tunic with Celtic pattern around it, and a hand axe on her hip. She probably looks like she could kill a guy, and attend a fancy dinner.
Which
At the same time.
which makes sense because Jolly did describe her as a barbarian.
Okay, I will use my healer's kit on
Okay.
her and stabilize her.
While you're doing that, saying there's supposed to be a potion somewhere. There's supposed to be a potion somewhere. I'm not stealing. I'm just looking for the potion.
That's awesome. I'll lay the flowers down gently beside her and the invitation, trying to keep them out of the glass and blood, and then use my healer's kit to stabilize her.
Okay, do you need to roll anything?
Nope, with
no,
the healer's kit,
yeah.
you just use an action.
Okay, so Lady Eileen, you are stabilized.
Yes. Am I awake or am I just stabilized?
No, still unconscious.
Dang it.
Yep. Okay. We are at Jenkins' turn.
Yes. Well, you got that. I guess the fish man guy. I'll try and help him.
Oh.
Oh, that's our big cat there.
Yeah,
It
my
suddenly
bad.
appears.
So I'll go over rip like the sleeves of my dress and try to bind the wounds on this fish man guy thing.
Okay.
And see if I can do that. Let's see, medicine check.
You don't want to call him a
19.
fishman to his face.
Oh yeah.
I hear he likes that.
Yeah,
Yeah. So.
that succeeds.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So, Zunis, you are stabilized.
Yeah. Okay.
Forgar. So you hear Quarian scream that this is the assassin. You're basically running after the assassin.
How far away is he from me?
So you're basically standing at both ends of the room. So Forgar, I can assume that you are standing somewhere like
Yeah.
this, and he is probably someplace like this. So not,
So that's within 30 feet.
yeah.
I'm just gonna breathe lightning at him.
Oh man.
Yeah, let's destroy this nice mansion. Why don't we?
Perfect. That's our MO.
Yeah,
Destroy
exactly.
this prison.
And at least we haven't burned it down yet.
Yet.
So that's
Yeah.
Dex save by
Dex.
your end. See if you can dart out of the way.
What's the DC? Oh, this is good this time.
10.
Okay, yeah, so he definitely makes it. But I'm guessing he takes half damage or something like that?
I don't have that written
Yes,
down,
yes,
but I
it
might.
is, yes,
Yeah.
it is half that,
Right on.
yes.
Okay.
All right, then that would be so 11 in total, which would be 5.
5, okay. So he takes the zap at his shoulder. I think about this scene from The Avenger where Thor throws his hammer as the bad guy jumps out of the window, and the hammer just hits him, and then he's off the window. So this is exactly how
Yeah.
it looks. Like, pow! You zap him, but he manages to break through the window. But it's not his turn yet. So, Zunis, you're just stabilized, so... and Eileen, again, will skip your turn. So, Forgar, you can see this assassin. He jumps out to the street, pulls a bottle, a small vial from his pocket, drinks it. You can see some of the blood and the wounds kind of close out. He straighten up his back. Let me just roll to see how much did he give himself.
Avenge me!
So he's back to...
I should have pulled out my diplomatic community card.
And he basically jumps over the fence, but this is, I mean, he's basically here, but you can still, I mean, you saw him as he ran from the window toward this gate. Okay, and you can hear the gate rattles as this guy tried to jump over it. So you can hear him, but you can't see him right now.
All right.
So that was him. Quarian.
All right. Okay, so can I still see him before he runs to the street?
So are you? Yeah. If you're not inside the room, then yes.
All right.
Straight line. You can see him trying to go over the gate.
I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on him, and I'm going to scream to everybody to chase that blue guy.
Cool. What's the range on this spell?
60 feet.
Yeah, exactly that. Great.
All right. And it has to do a dexterity saving throw. Dexterity. Oh. That's what I have.
Yeah. What's the DC again?
13.
Bummer. So you can see blue fire engulfs his body. He looks at his hand and curses, and angrily trying to get on the gate there.
Okay. I'm going to scream to everybody to keep chasing the blue person.
Amon, you can hear a shout from Quarian, chase the blue person. And Dron looks at you. What? What did he say?
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Zunis, what color are you?
Like blue.
No!
Perfect. All right, I'm gonna hustle over to Zunis. I'm gonna push Mr. Renar aside, and I'm gonna use my manacles to secure secure Zunis, and I'll yell out to Quarian, I got him, he's in here.
No, he's running away!
No, he's in here, the blue guy's right here.
Not that one, you idiot! You oaf!
What? How many blue men are there?
Come outside!
But Jacob is just standing. Yes, Jacob is just standing there, like, really, really.
Yeah.
I got him.
I just saved him. Come on. You heard Johnny say there was a fish guy in here, man, thing.
But he's blue.
It's like
That was the
turquoise.
description.
He's like turquoise.
It's turquoise. I don't make those kind of differentiations.
Don't know the difference.
Jack Hins, as
Yes.
Amon tries to
Yeah,
unlock his manacles.
I'll shake my head, jump out the now very broken window here, and then run south.
Okay. So you also spot this wounded man trying to put a leg over the grate.
Actually, if I can see him from there, then I should be able to shoot him with my bow.
Oh yeah, sure.
Have advantage on it, I think.
Yes, let me just quickly check. Range on the short bow is 80
60.
feet.
60, 80?
80.
Nice.
Is he within 80 feet?
No, just 60 feet. So you basically have
I guess
disadvantage.
No, if it's 60 feet, I said 80.
Oh, it's up to 80. Okay, great.
Up to 80, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and
Shoot.
then I have advantage. And that
Awesome.
means I also do sneak attack damage. Even though
Oh,
there's no ally nearby.
This is gonna hurt.
Ooh, yeah, that's 12.
If you hit him.
Oh, no, wait, an 18. 18, yes. And that would be 11 damage if it hits, which
Okay.
hopefully does.
19 certainly hits. And with 11 damage, so you basically, yeah, he took a potion of healing. Okay, so he takes the arrow, and that's the final push that drives him, beyond the gate. So he falls face down and tries to get up on his feet, like with bruises and cuts, and an arrow sticking out of him, and this blue fire enveloping him. He's basically having the worst day of his life.
Really? Come on! Just if that moron had been chasing also, he could have helped.
Forgar, what do you do?
So do I see him go down?
No, you don't see him. You need to get out of the
Perfect.
roof.
Then I'm gonna run out, jump out the window, go towards the gate, and I'm just gonna stand on his back, and I wanna do some kind of intimidation.
Okay, so you
wanna-
basically managed to go up to the gate and shout at him or something like that.
Yeah.
He's on the other side of it, though, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
what
I
do you
wanna
say?
shout at him. They say, "You stay down, or I'm gonna lightning your ass again."
Okay. Roll your intimidation.
It's 15.
With a 15, he looks up at you and he says, "If I stay down, I'm a dead man, and I'm not dead yet."
For like aesthetic reasons, I definitely like blow lightning at him, not like to hit him, but like around him.
I understand. Yeah. So as he jumps on his feet and rushes west, you basically fire this lightning bolt that throw up a bunch of rocks and grass and whatnot, just to make your point.
Yeah.
Okay, Zunis.
I'm still down, I guess.
Okay, Eileen.
Manacled.
Yeah, I'm still down, right? I'm still sleeping.
Yeah.
Unless I can get up.
Not yet. So
Right.
we have this guy running and basically out of sight. But you can still basically guess. I mean, he's around. So
He's blue.
Quarian, and he's blue.
Okay,
Quarian.
so Quarian starts running after him. He's going to try to jump over the gate as part of his move.
Okay, that's awesome. Make a acrobatics check for me.
What did I get? Okay, so I got a 10.
10 is good. So you basically manage to do it. You run full speed up to the gate, and then you stick to it and go one leg, and then the other, and then you manage to run again. So you basically still see him. He's trying to get lost in Waterdeep's alleys, but he's covered in bluish flame. So you can definitely make
while he's going over, like climbing over. It's like, Moran, it's not locked.
Oh my god. Not even the assassin node was unlocked.
Oh my god. Eamon.
Oh yes. Oh my god. This is so good.
So
You brought like
run.
climbing equipment, like one of those hooks that you throw and everything.
Grapple
Yeah.
hook.
Yeah.
So Dran is simply looking down to you as you handcuff the dead corpse or the unconscious fishman, and he just turns purple and then he runs south, trying to follow Quarian with his two guards following. What do you do?
Well, I've captured the blue guy and stabilized Lady Ellen. So I will run to the window and look out. So the window of M10. I'm just gonna kind of look left and right and see what's going on.
They're
Okay.
getting out of the street. I'll point down at the gate.
Yeah,
So
so
you're
you're-
pretty much outside there.
You basically see Jenkins and Quarian are basically running to the gate and then to the west.
Okay, I'm a little confused, but I'm gonna stay with Lady Ellen.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and make her comfortable, and I'll put the flowers in like the crook of her arm and the envelope in her hand, and like put my cloak over top of her to keep her warm.
Okay. Jenkins.
Yeah, I'm running down and opening the gate
Okay.
and then going out. Then.
You open it, and you can still see. You know what? Yeah, you can still see him. He's covered with purple flame. So he didn't make it yet to the road. But if you will, the chase is going to be a lot more complicated.
Yeah, but my movement is pretty much just on the other side of the gate.
Yep.
So yeah,
Shoot.
I cannot shoot him again, sadly.
Yeah.
I would like to, but I do not have the bonus action to dash yet.
Forgar.
So I'm like at the gate and he's a ways like leaving, heading out.
West.
Yeah. West. So if you run after him, you can still keep him on sight. But what is the range on your breath weapon? If you can still use it?
No, I can't use it again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you can basically start running and keep him in sight, or not.
I think I'm gonna let him get away and go see what's going on inside.
Okay.
So I'll hop back through the broken glassed window.
Okay. So in this case, we'll jump again on Zunis and Elin's turn and have him. So Quarian, are you outside the gate? Yes, you are.
Yeah.
So
Keep
make
chasing him.
Okay.
Oh.
So make. In this case, I need you to make a perception. No, I need your passive perception. As you
Passive
run after.
perception.
Yep.
Okay.
Child again.
13.
Okay, so he's trying to lose you. He's crossing the street and trying to lose you, but you can still see him because of your spell. But you'll basically need to constantly dash to keep him in sight, unless you want to stop and try to cast a spell, but then he'll gain some distance.
Okay, what's his distance from me right now?
So something like 60 feet.
Ah, crap. Okay, I'm going to keep screaming to the guards to chase the blue guy, and I'm going to keep dashing after him, because that's the only way that I can keep this spell on him. I think it's a concentration spell, and I'm going to need to maintain it. So
Right.
I'm going to keep running and making a lot of noise and yelling to the guards and screaming to at everyone to catch the blue guy.
Okay. In this case, okay. So you can see that there is this patrol that basically sits across the street. They're strolling down the street. They have no relation to the people who've drawn and these two guards. And they kind of look confused at this purple man running through the street, and they hear your shouts. Make a persuasion. Yep.
Okay, persuasion, I got a 12.
A 12. Okay. They are looking confused, but they start to run also after him.
Yes.
That was Quarian.
Quarian is
Amen.
MVP.
Yeah.
this session.
Amen.
Yeah, destroy a building almost.
yeah.
With a room.
I'm just,
I
protecting
redecorated.
her. I'm gonna put the blue guy in the corner so I can keep an eye on him while keeping her safe.
Okay. Jack-ins?
Yes, I'm going to run after the blue guy, the right blue guy.
Okay.
And I really need to prove something, so if I can still see him after just a normal move, then I'll shoot another arrow at him.
Okay, shoot.
As long as there are not too many innocent bystanders nearby.
So let's say it this way, don't roll a 1.
Yeah, I have advantage. So 18, but sadly only 5 points of damage, even with the sneak attack.
Okay. So that 5, you hit him again with the second arrow, which slows him just enough to have the 2 soldiers, the 2 city guard that Quarian alerted to try and grab him. Now, Quarian, I want you to make 2 strength checks for them and treat them with +2. Just D20 +2.
Actually, it rolled that wrong. It's 6 damage. Sorry.
Oh, 6 damage?
Yeah.
So that's an additional 1?
Yeah, for some reason that had -1 on it.
Oh, that's
The
fine.
sneak attack.
Okay.
So still 2 rolls?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, one of them got a 13,
Okay.
and the other one got a 7.
Okay. So the first one just tried to jump on him, but misses. The second one manages to bring him down. And they both land in a heap, in the middle of the street. Everybody are watching. And this soldier basically brings up the man who looks totally beaten and bruised and cut And he looks at you with a hard eye, and he says, "Well, what's going on?"
This man tried to murder Lady Ellen and her aide. He froze somebody too. He's an assassin.
And he looks at you and looks at this beaten man, and he looks at the other soldier, and he tells him, "You better call the Magister over here. Summon him to the house of the ambassador of Worthim." And he nods and runs off. And this soldier pulls the assassin back into the mansion.
I tell him about the guards that saw what happened inside the mansion and that's running over here. I'm guessing they probably kept up, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So you all basically meet at the corner of the street and the mansion. The guards, Dran included. So you can basically see this dwarf city guard approaches the other guards, and he tells them, yes, I was chasing this assassin. I saw him. I will file a full report. And yes, thank you for helping out. And he looks at you, Quarry, and says, good job, young man. And I, just between the two of us, that Eamon, well, that's bad company, mister. But no, thank you very much.
I'll make a good man out of him, sir.
At
So
this point, I have slipped away. I don't want to be noticed by the city guards shooting arrows in the middle of the street. I'm not just fond of the city guards, but I will be going back and to the room and say go to tell Eamon yeah, I got him, the real killer. No thanks to you.
I'm just gonna look at you confused.
Dran looks at you, Quarin, and says, "But, sir, good sir, can you please get rid of that purple flame? Casting spells in Waterdeep. Well, we don't want the Magister asking too many questions. Yes." And he pokes you with his elbow.
Certainly, sir. And I turn it off.
Okay. So you all gather back at the gathering hall. But we still have two unconscious people.
That's right.
Yeah. Anybody proficient in healer's kit?
You need
I'm
to feed,
proficient in
sure.
medicine.
Or we
Yeah,
can
but you
also
need-
wait it out. How long is this gonna take?
Only 1d4 hours normally.
So no, by the time if you just wait it out, there
Well, I
is
assume there's an investigation and interviews and all of that as well, right?
So they basically wait out for the Magister. Now you know this guy. His name is Dirk van Devries. You've worked for him, so he's supposed to come here, and he will probably come with a cleric or a priest.
I gotta change my clothes. I'm gonna when I learn that Magister Van Devries is coming, I'm gonna sneak off and go into maybe one of the servants' rooms and find some clothes that might fit and take my uniform off.
Okay, you do that.
Once you come back, I'll say, so you're allowed to steal from here, but I'm not?
It's just borrowing. I will return it as soon as the Magister leaves.
Yeah.
But
servants
yes, you're
work
not
here in
allowed
this
to
mansion.
steal from Lady Ellen.
Yeah. Well, it's lucky for you I'm no snitch.
Snitches get stitches.
Yes.
You would want snitches, wouldn't you?
So at
I
this
like
point,
snitches.
Yeah.
Zunis and Eileen, we can assume that you have
I'm trying to be hip.
regained consciousness.
Do I
Oh,
wake up
perfect.
with the flowers on top of me?
and an envelope and some hillbilly.
Ah, fuck, I guess I sit up immediately and I'm like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck happened
Lady
here?
Ellen.
Who the fuck are you?
I look around. Where is he? Did I get him?
You're manacled. Don't forget, Zunis.
There's blood everywhere. Everything's broken. I'm very
Uh,
angry that I missed the
someone-
fight and I kick a chair
There's
over.
like 10 people surrounding you, too, all like staring at you, waiting for you to wake up.
Where'd he go?
Mr. Jolly sent us. Here, this is for you, and I'll hand you the envelope while you're still lying down. Lady Valorosa Nandor from Nightstone says you're invited to dinner, and we are to take you post haste to Mr. Jolly, who says that we will take you there because it's important.
As you're saying all that, I'm standing up and pushing you out of the way and like sticking my head out the window and like looking at the damage. Everything's just kind of going over my head. Like, man, if he can't believe I was out in one shot. Man, I'm getting old.
Where are those guys? Did I get them?
Yeah,
No.
I'm not too sure what happened here, but my friend told me to arrest the blue guy, so I arrested the blue guy, and I would gratefully like your input on to whether or not this man is a. Did this man attack you, ma'am?
I'm going to say, excuse me, my lady Ellen. I apologize for my friend, and I look at you, and I tell you that was not the blue guy that I meant. Next time they'll be red.
Well, be specific. I mean, yes, he's aquamarine, but aquamarine and blue are very close. That being said, do you know for sure that this is not one of the assassins?
Looking at the way they're acting, their clothes, do I know these are adventurers?
No.
Not really.
We're
I
wearing
think
fluffy white shirts and
Yeah, you're just
white
a
hair?
like a crew of like weird just
Yeah.
Yeah.
people. And
Yeah.
I walk up to you. Oh man, what's your name?
What-
Eamon.
One of them, Eamon looks like one.
And
of the
I just look
German-
at you into your eyes, and I like maybe I like take out my hand to like shake it.
Yeah, he'll shake your hand,
I
ma'am.
shake your hand, and I look at the rest of you guys, and I'm like, okay, all right. I pick up my axe that was on the floor, and okay, what are we doing then?
Eamon picks up the flowers.
As if
and
now I'm
hands
listening to you. Before I wasn't.
Hands you the flowers. He picks up the envelope and he hands you the envelope and he says, "Mr. Jolly sent us to deliver this to you from a Lady Valorosa Nandor of
What do I know
Nightstone."
about that lady?
Practically nothing. You do know of an Endor house, a noble house in Waterdeep, but they haven't tried to contact you before.
So typically when I get like letters from ladies and nobles and all those
Right.
people, it's
Right.
like more boring stuff, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
but this time it's from Jolly, and you do know Jolly. You're basically friends. After he gave you some quills and amused you with some adventuring stories, so you learned to trust him. So if this letter
Yeah.
came from him,
Mr. Jolly told us that if it didn't work, to tell you that you're friends with him and this lady's friends with him, and therefore you guys are both like friends.
Indeed.
Ellen is like, I mean, when you mentioned dinner, I was like, oh my god. But when you mentioned Jolly, I'm interested. So she says, all right, well, yeah, let's get going.
While that is going on, I'm unlocking the manacles on Sunis, without actually having the key.
Also, the assassin.
Let
Did
me
you
just see
get
if I
him?
actually get it.
Yeah, we got him. That
Yeah, let
Well,
me
I'm not sure if
introduce
that is
you.
enough.
Let me introduce you to my compatriots here. This is Jekin Reynard.
And while you're doing that, I'm like God damn these locks. Hi, yes, hi.
Reformed youth and now associate of Mr. Jolly's. This is Forgar, Paladin of the Northern Lands, and Quarian Marmaril, Bard Extraordinaire, and performer of the lute, as you can see there, and also likely responsible for all of this. And me, I am Eamon Brom, formerly of the Waterdavian Town Guard, and now
And then you hear a dwarvish
I
behind you.
said formally. I'm just on administrative leave until I get things sorted out. Dram.
But you are going to introduce me, yes, Gar?
This is Dram Hammerclaw, currently of the Waterdavian Town Guard. He's short.
I think even Ellen's like, well, damn. That was rude. So where's the assassin?
We have him, lady. We have captured him, the city guard. Those of us who are on active duty. We captured him, we apprehended him, and we are waiting for the arrival of Magister Van Devries to here, so we can conduct a formal and a preliminary investigation. Yes.
Did
I
you
would
catch
like
only
to
one?
add-
There must
Wait a
have been
minute.
more than one.
Wait a minute. He was manacled before. What happened? How'd you get out of that?
Don't worry about students. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
Oh, very well, very well. I would like to point out, though, Dram, that you would not have even known that this was happening if it wasn't for me. You would definitely not have caught him if it wasn't for my friends here.
Well,
Well,
that may...
I'm sure this dwarf is quite capable, and he's in command right
Well,
now around here, isn't he?
Remains to be seen.
Yes, I am in command. Don't listen to this walking tree of a man.
Well,
I'm gonna
let's
chomp at him.
let's have a talk with the assassin before everybody else gets to him, shall we?
Of course,
As you wish, milady.
should also instruct the guard to stop hiring colorblind people.
He's clearly blue.
Light magenta.
Turquoise. It's turquoise.
Does his color match your dress, Dram?
He starts to answer something, and then you hear a knock on the front doors.
I tells him again, never mind, I'll color him yellow next time.
Thank you.
Somebody gonna get that door? I'll get that door.
Brandon, the door.
That's amazing.
Where is that guy?
Oh yeah, he's still frozen.
Yeah, is he still paralyzed?
Oh,
Yes.
shoot. Shoot.
No, you know what? If you waited up so far, so you basically worked that out. So he basically pops his head. Oi, what happened here?
Assassin. Do you know where he's at? I want to talk to him.
You're asking me?
Let's get going already. And I start walking out the door like,
Well, it just knocked on the door. Someone should open that.
oh, nobody has opened it? It wasn't him?
I
So the halfling basically takes a banana, peels it, stuff it in his mouth, shrugs, and then leaves.
Wait, Brandon, come back here. I have some questions for you.
Yeah, I was expecting him to open the door after I called for him, so
Your servant's not
And
very.
he shouts, "The name is Elmorn, and I'm the cook."
I'm gonna follow Elmorn. I'm gonna follow after him.
He just turns around. You're gonna follow me to the kitchen? You hungry?
Yeah, well, yes, but I have questions for you. Actually, what did you see and what happened to you?
I didn't see anything. I just heard the window gets broken, and I turned around, and there was this word being hurled at me, and I just froze. It was very unnerving, I must say. I needed to the bathroom that whole time.
Insight was 23.
Yeah, he seems to be pretty. Yeah, he's telling the truth, at least according to what.
What I can tell.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I appreciate your time.
I opened the door.
So as Zunis, you see a man, an old man, Definitely of noble born, bald, small, very trimmed beard, and he is wearing a black robe. And these robes mark the magisters of the city. These are basically the judges to which any criminal is brought for interrogation and for sentence. And he damn it,
Extends his arm.
extends his arm and says, "Thank you, sir. My name is Magister Van Devries, and I'm here to conduct an investigation. At least this is what I was told. Is there a drawn hammer claw here?"
I go on to shake his hand, and I'm saying, I'm Zunis of Pumanas, and yeah,
Yes, yes.
I believe there is, and I show him the way.
And
the
he enters, and he is escorted by two more people of the watch. And as you all gather in the reception hall, you're already at this big group of people, and he waves Dran, and he sees you, Aemon, and he says, "You two here."
Yes, sir.
And he says, as you two approach, the assassin is being held by the two guards just a couple of feet from you. And he looks deep into your eyes, and he looks you up and down, Aemon, and then he looks Dran up and down, and then he says, "Okay, first, where is the cook?"
Motion towards the kitchen.
"I need him here immediately."
Brandon.
Already interviewed him.
And this halfling shouts from the kitchen, "It's Elmorn!"
Yeah, sure. Come here for a second. Someone needs to
That
speak to
Brandon.
you.
He keeps forgetting his name.
Stupid dog fish. That smells like fish from the docks. And he comes in and he says, "Oh, Magister Van Devries, what I can do for you?" And Van Devries whispers something to his ear, and Elmon rushes to the kitchen and brings out another pellet, this time with wine and cheese. And Van Devries sits on a chair, and then he looks at all of you and says, "What happened here?"
Well,
We were just
there-
coming to deliver these flowers.
No. One at a time. Let's start with someone who actually knows all these drills and the way I like to do things. Dran.
So I will stand at attention in front of him, roughly. Anyways, we were hired by Mr.
I
Jolly.
said someone who knows how things are
Shit.
done around here. Dran.
You hear someone giggling somewhere. You're not quite sure where it's coming from, and you don't see Jenkins anywhere, like right now. But you hear giggling somewhere.
And Dran steps up, but looks at you, Aemon,
will
and then he
Grudgingly
says,
step aside.
"Well, actually, maybe it's best if Aemon do describe, because, well, actually, he did arrive first to the scene. Yes. So, Aemon?"
I look at the Magister like, is that okay?
Speak up.
Well, yeah. So my friends and I, check in.
Over here. I'll just come out from behind some furniture.
Jack in here, and Forgar and Quarian and I, hired by Mr. Jolly to escort Lady Ellen here to Nightstone. Anyways, we had met this morning with Mr. Jolly for a brief breakfast and a quick change of clothing. As you can see, my friend Forgar doesn't usually dress so daintily. But anyways, we changed some clothes after a short walk and found ourselves at a florist where we purchased some flowers for Lady Ellen. I hope you enjoy those flowers.
Hey,
Miss
man,
Ellen.
please cut to the point. I don't have all day, as he drinks wine and eats cheese.
Yeah, I'm also eating the wine and drinking the cheese.
Drinking the cheese. Sorry, sir. You know I like to tell stories. We arrived here at the manor house.
Heard the story about how you... excuse me.
Thank you, Dran. And saw a broken window and the frozen cook, Brandon. And
it's Elmon!
I'm sorry, Mr. Brandon Elman. Immediately, we jumped into action. I approached the front door after blowing the alert horn. And my friends here went in through the side gate to confront said assassin. But I will give Dran Hammerclaw here a certain amount of respect in that he arrived very quickly. I assume the donut shop is just around the corner. And so they arrived promptly and broke down this front door, at which point we entered. Really all I saw at that point was a wounded Lady Ellen and her manservant? Fish servant? I don't understand. I don't mean to be disrespectful, sir, but what exactly should I call you?
Hey, man, I think we've ventured enough into the... let's not get into the detail, the anatomical details of our friend here. That is good enough. But Lady Eileen, please, do you have any idea why someone will want to break into your mansion and do such thing? Have you any suspicions?
Out of character, do I have any suspicions?
No, I don't know. You tell me.
I think Ellen is not even paying attention to what's being said right now. She's bored again. She thought she was going to get into a fight, and now she's bored.
Yes, obviously, my lady, you have been through this monumental ordeal. Zunis, maybe you can shed some light on this.
Of course. Well, we were sitting in the study and working on some letters that we got. When suddenly we heard a noise of a window breaking or something of the sort. Of course, I immediately went to look what was happening, and there was an assassin. This guy that you just captured. He broke in and he attacked Ellen, and I tried to fight him back, and I would have done so if not for his friend who must have been standing outside and attacked me from there.
You say?
Well, apparently there was someone shooting at me from the outside.
This is where I raise my hand and I meekly say, "I'm very sorry, sir, Mr. Tunis. I was just trying to stop the assassin that got you down, that tried to take you down and run away. He was running in my direction, and I was a bit foolish. I kind of blew the window at him. I didn't think of the consequences. I'm very sorry."
I understand. It's okay.
And Van Devries looks at you like this, Casting spells with no thought of consequences is a very big deal, young man. But because you captured the assassin, or that I said this man over here, I'm going to lay that to rest. Now, Eileen, would you please come with me? Dran, and please get your man and send this man to the prison. We will interrogate him later on.
Okay. Yeah, Ellen nods.
He takes you to the side as the guards and Dran basically shackle the man and get him up and march him out of the room. And he says, any idea what's going on? I mean, you just arrived and already people are interested in you. Do you have something to say to me?
Well, the type of people that are interested in me probably don't want me dead. There's a lot of money in Rauthim to be made. Whoever can control the sort of relationship could gain a lot. As for assassination, there's only one link I have to assassination in the mainland. And then I tell him about crap. I don't remember what happened. Do you the guy's name that you told me about, Ido? 1 second. What's his name? It's in my bio. Kimril?
Okay. Oh, right. This girl's name.
Yeah, I say her name Simril? Simril.
Yep.
I just say her name. Have you ever heard of that name before?
So he kind of looks at you thoughtfully, and then he says, "Yes, well, I've heard the name, but I don't see how. Wait." And he turns around as Dron and his people are taking the prisoner. Search his body. And they are searching him, and then one of them pulls out this small note, which I will try to show you. Show to everyone. Do you see something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Mr. White. Oh my god.
Do you say that out loud? Do we all get to read it?
Damn it. No, I
so
don't say it out loud.
Van de Vries takes it, looks at it, and then hands it to Eline.
I just say the Black Sacrament. Apparently the Black Sacrament has been performed. Somebody wants me dead. Payment has been made. Failure is not an option. By any means necessary. Mr. White, I say out loud.
I'm going to look at Dran, and when I hear the name Mr. White, and see if he makes any recognition.
He just looks at you.
Like, he doesn't remember that name?
You're not sure.
Okay. I'm gonna catalog that, I guess.
Okay.
Do
Yeah,
anyone of us know what that means? That Black Sacrament has been performed?
Can I make a history check to see if I learned anything of that during my investigation?
Yep.
Ido, you can make this. You can make this note visible to everybody. I would like hand it out to everybody in the room to see it.
He already did.
Yeah, you
I already did.
Yeah.
My history check was 6. Whatever I learned, I forgot.
You skipped that day in school.
Yeah. Clearly, I didn't uncover anything about a Black Sacrament during my investigation. I'm not going to mention this to Dran. If he doesn't remember it, I'm not going to say anything.
Okay.
I'll wait till he leaves.
So the Magister says simply, "Take him away." And the soldiers rush out, leaving all of you together. Van de Vries approaches Eline and Sunis, and he says, "Well, I am going to make sure that we will divert any resource to this investigation, which is obviously very important to us." And then he approaches Amon, and he says, "Amon, I want you to keep an eye on this fine lady and on her, never got to understand what's your exact position here, young man."
Well, I'm a diplomat from the sea, and I'm helping Ellen out because she's not very handy with all the paperwork and everything. And yeah, I'm working for the Lords Alliance. So
Well,
Is that something you
understand.
tell people?
it would
Yeah,
be,
it's,
I
it's,
think.
yeah. It's a formal organization. It's not something that you
Okay, it's not like
necessarily.
the Harpers or anything.
No.
Yeah.
So, Eamon, I know that you're off duty, but if you can keep an eye on this fine lady, I will be very grateful.
Absolutely, sir. I would be honored.
Okay, so I will go back to my office and conduct the investigation to make sure the ambassador of Ruathim is made perfectly safe. We don't get this behavior a lot in Waterdeep. Definitely not assassination attempts. Yes.
Magister, where's the assassin?
We will take him to the dungeons beneath Castle Waterdeep, where our prison cells are held, and then we will conduct a full investigation until we go to the bottom of this. We would not want the same incident we had before you came here. And then he looks at you. Yes, I'm done here. And he gets up and leaves the
As
building.
he's leaving, sir, Magister, you missed some cheese.
Yeah. Call that cook again.
We all say Brandon
Brandon.
He just
in unison.
he steps out of the kitchen furious with a wrapped package of cheese, hands it to Van der Rest, turns around, steps back into the kitchen, slams the door and shouts, "It's Elmorn!"
Brandon's crazy.
Is the Magister gone?
Yes.
As soon as the Magister leaves and all of, like the cops leave, is Dran still here? Or
No, he left also.
Yeah.
Put my uniform back on.
Yeah. As you're changing, Ellen, her demeanor changes to all right, determination. Something worth doing. We gotta figure out who the hell did this. We gotta get to that assassin. Feel like we need to interrogate that guy.
So from the other room, I'll say, I could probably make that happen, ma'am.
Let's do it.
But before we go there, I should let you know that I've run into this Mr. White before.
Tell me about it.
Well, I was investigating a half-eaten corpse. The Cellarers and Plumbers Guild had called on us. They'd found a half-eaten corpse. All I found on it was a note that said, and I'll never forget it because this has been a big part of my life. Money isn't as valuable to our organization as knowing who to trust, Mr. White. And I tried to investigate this further, but all I got for it was somebody tried to assassinate me. I'm assuming it's part of this dark sacrament thing. And shortly afterwards, a young girl died, which is totally my fault. And so that's why I'm on leave now.
Well, I think we should go full tilt then. You're on leave. Might as well complete what you started. What was the final lead?
Mr. Jaw, there was none. That's as far as I got. It was quite promptly after I discovered the note that they tried to kill me, and in doing so, this young girl tragically got killed. I do wish to say, Mr. Jolly did ask us to take you post haste to him so we could escort you to Nightstone, though, for Lady Valerosa Nandor's dinner party.
Wait, out of character, he told me for you to escort me to him or to the lady?
To the lady.
To the lady.
I believe he said to escort you to him. Post haste.
You see Judge Jacob no.
I
said when you are ready, we would escort you.
I take the
over
letter
to the
out
lady.
of Ellen's hand and read it myself.
Probably a good idea.
So you break the seal, And inside this letter, you do find a formal invitation for dinner in Lady Valrosa Nander's estate at Nightstone, which is a small town east of Waterdeep. And Lady Valrosa Nander wrote that she wants to discuss this treaty with you, but she also has something important to say to Aline, which cannot be said via messengers or whatever. This is something that she needs to say in person. Now, as you read this, and you all look at Zunis as he read this note, suddenly his head explodes. And this rain of blood
Wait,
falls
whose head?
on your head. Or so basically,
Raining blood
all you
starts
see
playing.
is this explosion of blood as it spatters on the note and on everyone around. And we'll stop it here.
All right.
Okay, so someone needs to make a new character.
Damn it.
Well, welcome to the
in
game.
case.
That letter was meant for me. You should not have taken it out of my hand, dude.
Oh, damn.
Well, it's good to be
We do a
playing with you again,
medicine
Ido.
check on that.
How do you patch a missing head?
Yeah, right.
Healer's
It's
kit.
probably just an illusion or something, right?
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Right.
We'll know in 2 weeks' time.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And I would really like to make a dex save to jump like behind Eamon so I don't get splattered with blood. Like do some matrix move, like dodge out of the way of the blood.
The blood splatter is gonna look super awesome on our white uniform we're wearing.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. Okay.
All right,
Uh,
cool game.
So yeah, we're
Oh,
off
yeah.
to a good start, I think.
Yes. I enjoyed it.
A good session 0.
Yes. Some interesting characters.
Dude, Eamon, it's fucking great. I love that. I try not to fall into the accent by accident on my character.
What's
Yes.
your accent?
It doesn't have any.
Mm. Yeah, I can already tell that I'll be a great friend with Eamon.
I
Eventually.
think it's
Eventually.
hilarious that we're both archers too.
Mm.
Right, opposite sides of the coin, very very different, and we're going to be very competitive, I think, in our archery.